angels, it's been a while since I posted. If you've followed me on my other social medias, you'd know that I've been suffering quite a bit with my mental health. So yeah, it's one day at a time. I'm getting there. This is my third look that I'm happy with. I have created looks before these three that I weren't happy with, and I'm not sharing, so plus there's no pictures, so there's no evidence. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you do, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm going to start rambling. You enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one. As you probably know from the intro, we are playing with the Beauty Beige palette. We're also playing with the Firey palette just for the black shade, just to set the wing liner. So we're just gonna go straight in with it. So I'm taking a Be Perfect Stace Marie 302 brush. I'm taking the shade Risk, loading my brush up, and we're taking this shade right on our outer corner, just stomping that shade on like so. We do put this shade all in the crease, but the main focus to start with is the outer corner. Bear with me if I've got sniffles. I was watching a YouTube video. I like watching those crime documentaries, and the last one I watched, oh, it was emotional, so sad. Involved a little girl, and oh my god, I didn't even know I was crying until I looked into the mirror. I had like tears all down my face. I was like, maybe this isn't, because obviously I've done this eye off camera, and I was like, maybe it's not a good idea to watch these videos before I record YouTube. So I watched the case. The people who caused the little girl harm got justice, so justice was served. Not sure whether to go into detail, just in case you know what I'm on about and you haven't watched the whole thing yet yourself. But anyway, next brush, we're taking a Morphe brush, so it's like a fluffy pencil brush, it has no name on it, and I'm taking the shade 1985. So like I usually do, it's a 50-50. We buff out the two shades together like so. So yeah, I've been away for a while. Just needed to get my head back into its happy place. Is it? Like, I don't know, but you know what I mean. I really have. I've got the really bad sniffles. But I'm getting back slowly. I can feel my makeup mojo coming back. Like, you know, like it shows with this look, doesn't it? But it's one of those things. It's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's something that if you like suffer with mental health yourself, you'd know. So you just got to accept it in a way, like, do you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm half asleep. The next brush is a Be Perfect BP E16, and we're taking the shade Distance, and again 50-50. Oh, I probably should blow my nose before doing like recording, otherwise I'm going to be like sniffling all through the video. Okay, last shade for now, I am taking a Jessup MUL12 brush, and we are taking the shade Carnation. Didn't see it then. And we just literally like just gently buff the edges. We're not finished with the eyes yet, it's just we're going to do the base before we continue with the eyes. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to now, well, you can actually, do you know what? I'm not with it today. So I'm just going to quickly go through those colours again just to build up the pigmentation. If you can skip this step if you feel like you do not need to, but I'm obviously doing so. Okay, so we're taking a flat concealer brush, and my brush of choice is Be Perfect Stacey Marie 408. And I'm taking my P. Louise base in white. I did with this eye, I did start off with trying to do a spotlight. As you can tell, I've done amazing with my spotlight. So yeah, we're gonna try and recreate it on the other side. Okay, so that's done. I would have edited it out, but that was like awkwardly silent. Okay, so we're going to go in with Risk. It is Risk, right? Yeah. On the same brush that we originally used for it, just to blend those edges together. I'm literally just like tapping my brush in, so I'm just like holding the brush like this and tapping it into the shadow, and that just gives me the enough product for what I need, because we're not going to do like an over the top thing. We've already done that and we've wiped most of it away with the base. We just literally go and replacing what we wiped away to a degree. Second brush, which is the Morphe one, and 1985, and again with the edge, so we blend it or brush it backwards, so we got that nice ombre. Do you know what I just realised? I'm going with shimmer. We could have gone in with a matte, like we could have made a matte look. Ooh. Anyway, too late now, can't go back. So we're taking the Jessup 237 brush, and we're taking the shade Soda. It took me a few minutes to pick a shimmer shade. That was a bit of a tongue twister. Not gonna lie, it did take me a few minutes. I was like swatching all the shimmer shades in the palette, and I said I don't like any of them, but I like them all. It's one of those. So I settled with Soda, and I tapped it on. I didn't spray my brush, it's going straight onto unset base, mainly because I couldn't be asked to spray my brush, to be honest. Just letting you all know. Okay, I didn't take it all the way into my inner corner, as you can tell, but I made it look like it was getting quite close. Okay, I did go back in with Risk just to bring that perfect shade over a little bit more, because I didn't want that pink shimmer coming over. I wanted it to look like it's underneath. Love it. Okay, next brush is a P. Louise E5, and we are taking the shade Alba. I really need to invest in contact lenses. I won't have to get up close and personal with palettes. And we're popping this shade in our inner corner, and we are like ombreing it onto the first shimmer. I think so. So pretty. Love it. Okay. Oh, there you are. Okay, so we're taking some glitter liner by Makeup Obsessions in the shade Shine. Originally, I was going to just do, as you can tell on this eye, just where the shimmer meets the matte. I wasn't going to do a wing, but I ended up doing a wing. I think my hands got bored, to be honest. So I literally followed the line. I have to hold my breath when I'm doing things like this. Okay, so I just done the first layer just to, like, you know, before I went in with any more. And I think this is where I was just like staring, going, there's something my eye is missing, so that's what made me do the wing. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my by Mario liner, liquid eyeliner that is, and just do my wing. Okay, so wing is done. So this is where the Firey Palette comes into play. Like I said at the beginning, we're only just using the black shade to set the wing. You can skip this step if you wish. You can even skip the wing if you wish. But I just prefer setting my wing. It's one of those things, once I started doing it, it's just one of those that I just couldn't stop. Love it. Okay, then I was just like, I need more sparkle, you know. So that's when I decided to also line my liner. I went above the liner. For me, I find like fast strokes work best, but if working slowly works for you, then by all means go slow. Again, I have to hold my breath though. And then I dried it down. Okay, then I went in with some setting spray. So I used Superstay 16-hour mattifying fixing spray. Probably the wrong spray to use when I've used glitter, but oh well, it's the first one I grabbed. And then I just continued drying until the spray was dry. Okay, right. Should we go in with primer? Should we shock everyone and go in with primer? Or should we just skip primer? Because we're going to take it off anyway. We're not going to go out with the look on. Okay, so I'm just going to skip primer, I think, because I'm going to take my makeup off like as soon as I've done taking photos and stuff. So, okay, so I'm going to use my L'Oreal Infallible foundation. This is in the shade Ivory, 20 Ivory. Don't know why it looks a bit pale, doesn't it? Should I use a different one? I've used my NARS earlier. Okay, I'm going to use my Maybelline Superstay foundation. I've got the shades Light Beige. It did take me a minute to find the shade. I am going to use a brush to apply it. So I'm taking the P. Louise F4 brush. Ouch, my neck clicked. Oh my days, it's cold. I am aware I didn't wipe out my fallout. Oh well. We will be wiping it away with foundation technique. Foundation is on. I never thought I'd be a brush girl for foundation. I used to be, well, to be honest, I used to use my fingers. Then I used to use a brush. Then I found the beauty blender, and now I've gone back to the brush. So yeah, flipping love it. All you gotta do is just literally find the brush that you like. You know, you can love. Don't get me wrong, I never used this one as my foundation brush, but I probably will more often now. My other one was dirty. The one that I like using is also by P. Louise, and it's the 757 brush. Love this brush for my foundation. Love it, love it, love it. I also use it for my primer as well. But because I would have used it if I went in with my NARS foundation. I used my NARS earlier because I recorded the makeup look that I posted the day that I can't remember that photo. So it was that look that I used it for. Okay, so moving on to bronzer / contour. I'm going to use the Revolution Pro HD cream contour in light medium. I'll just grab whatever shade that my brush goes in most of the time. So it's 1 or 2 shades at the bottom. So as you can tell, it's these 2 shades here. Just whatever shade my brush goes in, that's what shade I use. Not gonna lie. I have used the orangey shade as well for my bronzer, but I just go in with my powder bronzer sometimes. When it comes to doing my makeup quite a lot, I am surprisingly quite lazy. Okay, so I just do like a few stumps with that on the side of my head. Okay, so I do like one section at a time to a degree. So obviously this is do this bit first, and I use a foundation brush. This is by the Beauty Crop, so it's the Beauty Crop foundation brush, F208 buffing foundation. Okay, so that's done. Don't worry about like the centre of the head, I'll sort that out. Now we do the cheeks and whatnot. Okay, so that is done. Do you know what? I think that's the best contour slash bronzer I've ever done. Okay, so before we go in with concealer, I'm going to go in with liquid blush. Yes, I'm going in with blush. I know, shock. So I'm taking the Maybelline Mitchell liquid blush, or Blursh, and this is in the shade Cherry Cola. Just do little lines like that. We do not need to do anything else, just that. You can use your fingers, you can use a brush. So as you can tell, I'm like bringing it right underneath my eye. I am literally like blending this out to, I don't know, word that I do not know yet. Moving on, concealer. I'm going to take the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate concealer in the shade C1. I used this. I was meant to grab a different concealer and I got this one by mistake, and I was like, oh my god, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's like conceal and define, but in a bigger bottle. If you hear random noises and whatnot in the background, it's my cats. They're lingering for food, even though they've been fed before I started recording, because they assholes, and we're just going to ignore them. Okay, anyway, moving on. Okay, we're going to take a small version of the foundation brush that I used, but this one's by Be Perfect, so it's the BPF08 brush, and we're just gonna blend it away. Okay, so before you set with powder, do you know I'm going to do a setting spray? Even though I haven't used primer, I'm just going to use some setting spray. So like I did with when I last used it. Oh my days. I'm going to go in with the Revolution Pro Supreme 16-hour Wear Mattifying Spray. Okay, so that's done. So now we go in with powder. I'm just going to make sure as I like smooth like butter. I can't open this. So I'm going to go in with the Revolution translucent powder, so it's in this gorgeous packaging. I don't know if it's, I can't remember what it's. Anyway, just search for Revolution translucent powder. I'm doing a great job advertising today. Okay, so I'm just loading my brush up with that product, stamping it in all the areas that I concealed. Right, I've used this quite a lot at the minute, but because I haven't put it away and I can't be asked to put it away, I'm just letting you all know. Okay, so I'm going to take my Revolution Pro bronzing palette. This video is not sponsored by Revolution, by the way. Wish it was, but it's not. So, taking my Be Perfect BPF04, and I'm taking this shade here, which I believe is 1. Loading my brush, tapping off the excess, and we just go out set where we put the cream bronzer. Makeup Revolution Reloved HD Super Matte Loose Powder, and we just literally bake like so. So literally I'll just give it as long as it takes for me to put the powder to the side before and get my pressed powder. Again, Makeup Revolution in the shade Vanilla. So I'm taking this one, and literally now I'm just gonna blend everything together. It's just like so smooth. Like, oh, you know what? We're gonna spray again, but before we do spray, we're gonna get ready. I'm going to take the, believe it or not, it's a different brand. It's Beauty Bay Press Powder Highlighter in the shade Beam. So I'm just going to get my brush ready. And we're going to spritz the face again. Okay, we don't want to dry down too much. Oh, look at it on my nose. I think I'll put too much on my nose. Now we're getting the palette back out to finish off the eyes. Should we go dramatic? Oh no, I dropped this. Bam. Should we go dramatic and like go with a completely different colour? Okay, angled brush. So I'm taking a Spectrum A24 and we are taking the shades Risk. And we are lining our lower lash line with this shade. With this stunning purple shade. So as you can see, I'm literally like stomping that shade on from corner to corner. Okay, using the Morphe brush that we used for 1985 originally, using it again to blend out that shade. Okay, again same brush we're using for distance. It's the Be Perfect BP B16. Okay, last brush, which is the Jessup MUL12, and we are taking the shade Carnation. No, so part of me is tempted to go in with one more shade. Okay, so I'm taking a Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH32 brush, and I'm gonna go in with Manicure. Yes, love it. Okay. Nearly had a catastrophe. Okay, so I'm going to go and finish off the rest of my face. Okay, so this is obviously now the end of the video, the finished makeup look. I absolutely love how this look came out. My base looks flawless. Oh my god, it feels like I haven't got no makeup on. Oh my days, that feels incredible. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just a mixture of everything. Maybe I'm just having a good skin day. I don't know. But I'm not sure about the lip and eye combo. But because of the bright lip, I can't take it off. So we're just going to deal with it, okay? But yeah, loving my hair. Yes, I did, well, say colder. It's not going very well. But anyway, I'm off to take some photos. I'll probably change my top for the photos. And record some TikToks. I should actually record TikToks. I can't remember the last time I posted a TikTok video. Need to get my arse into gear with all my social medias. But anyway, I'm off. You have a fabulous weekend whenever I upload this video. And I'll see you all in my next one. If you like this video and would like to see more, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.